All right, if you don't mind just signing right here, sir.
Sure, no problem. Nothing of importance could possibly be on this piece of paper that I would regret later.
Well, no, I'm sure it's fine. It's just a laundry list.
Is someone's on laundry list?
Thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 64 of Digimon Ghost Game: The Call. If you've watched any of our episodes before, you know we go very in depth into this episode. If you're averse to spoilers, you may wish to come back and come back at a later time. And we mean it this time. There may actually be some things to possibly spoil.
Yes.
Believe it or not. They may never come up again and we'll look like idiots because this is Ghost Game. But we think we finally are to that point where they can't avoid the plot any longer. So, this episode begins with same opening narration.
No, it doesn't. There's no opening area.
Oh, wow. Dang. You know they're serious.
No opening narration.
Wow. Oh, my gosh. Whew, man. All right. Well, that explains this full page of notes I have on this episode.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah, because we skipped some digivolving sequences
Yeah,
later. Yeah, they motor through. All right. But we just still start with the formula. Of there's some guy out on a boat, looks like a captain, and there's people that are pounding at his door. Mm-hmm. And he seems rather confused and perturbed by this.
Yes.
What's going on?
Some fog comes in through the door. Underneath the door, and fills the room. I think that was before the chant. Regardless.
Mm-hmm. There's fog in there. That's when he hears that high-pitched static chanting. And there's others in the room, and we see that the boat he's on is called the Toei 3.
Yes.
And finally, as we fade to black, and as he looks up, we see that his eyes have changed to a slightly different color. We fade to black, and we hear him say, "I understand."
The boat has cleansed. Someone's cleaning the fog for the boat. And the boat arrives, and all the people to get off the boat. We get a real good look at their eyes, and they're
yes, that's right.
all yellow zombie-like.
Yeah, someone on the shore is worried, and they all come in, and yeah, they attack him and a police officer, it seems.
Yeah, the police officer was there.
Mm-hmm.
Taking a report from the guy.
Because they were missing, but they showed up, so everything's fine. Not so much.
No. Now we go to our...
Now we move on to Hiro, who's with Nomura and...
Kotaro. Yeah, Kotaro and rabbit guy.
The other guy that's come up a couple times, in the Santa Bunnies episode. And they're going out fishing. And apparently Kotaro thinks that this is a great way to try and pick up chicks. I mean, ladies, feel free to correct us down in the comments below, but I don't think that's a particularly...
Fishing with your two best bros,
I don't think...
off the dock, I don't think it's going to pick up a lot of girls.
No, I don't think...
I mean, maybe we've been going out this wrong all these years.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing something wrong. So they... Ouch. So they...
Apparently someone's dropped them off on the boat, says they'll pick them up at 5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. And Hiro asks, "Hey, Gamamon, can you teach the others?" Yep. He has shown him multiple times now how to fish, and Gamamon's all for that. I'll be your sensei,
Yep.
Your teacher. Okay, that's nice.
It's nice to,
And there is some very pretty shots of the sunset here. It does look kind of nice.
Probably sunrise. It's supposed to be back by 5 o'clock. But...
True, it's probably sunrise. Yes.
Regardless.
And next we move over to the other two that are at a bunch of Digimon. Oh, this is the community.
Yeah, I recognize these Digimon. I thought humans weren't allowed here.
Yeah, that was the whole big thing why Angormon couldn't take her there in the first place. So suddenly, what changed? How did they convince them to let them in?
Yeah, this is kind of important.
But
apparently not.
Yeah.
But I guess because the people who came through the gate wanted to talk, the humans are allowed.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're asking them, like, what was their experience when they came through, and there's a whole bunch of them. The Gumdramon says, like, was a voice that was whispering in my head, telling me to run.
Yep.
The gate appeared to me when
right
it
in front of
needed
me.
to. Yeah.
As it said this.
And yeah, there's Upamon and a Pandamon that are also...
all seem to collaborate with the story.
Yeah. I mean, there's also a Gawapamon, a Labramon, a Floramon, a Kunemon, a Muchomon, Potamon, a Lekmon.
Yeah, a lot of those things we've seen in the community.
Yeah,
we've seen in the community before.
But again, good variety here.
Yeah. And then we cut back to our fishermen who are sitting in the fog bank and can't seem to connect to the internet or make phone calls or anything like that.
And it seems like they're done, like they're ready to go, and there's no boat there. The hero can't seem to get any signal on his phone, so we see...
And we cut back to the community.
Kyo being upset that, why isn't he...
He was supposed to be here at 6 or something, whatever time it was.
He didn't even give me a message. What?
I think his clock said 2000 hours or something, like 8 o'clock. And
yeah.
They're kind of upset, because apparently they're supposed to get the ride at 5, so... I think they mentioned, where's our ride? It's 22.
Yep.
But then we get Florimon, who tells us the story of the fog
and some ghost that was found on the shore of Mr. H or something.
Oh yeah,
I don't even know what
she mentions yellow eyes or something.
Yellow eyes, and she gets real into it. She's got buggy eyes. She looks real into it and freaky here.
Exactly, Kyosro.
And Kyo's, of course, freaking out because we haven't grown past this.
Yeah, I'm not sure who the voice actress is for the Florimon, but I think she has a really cute voice. I don't know what it is, it's just cute.
While telling an absolutely terrifying story.
Even terrifying, yeah. I said that. Whatever it is, I like the voice.
Yeah. So Ruli tries to pull up the story on her phone because it sounds familiar, and she too has some connection issues. It's slow.
But eventually it does pop up.
And oh yeah, the story. So they've heard of it.
I haven't cared apparently.
Yeah.
What else is new?
Yeah. Welcome to our heroes.
Let's back to the fishermen who now have another boat that's there, and they said, "Okay, we'll get on this one."
Yeah, it's definitely a much bigger boat.
Yeah.
Not at all. And they say this is not the one that we came out here with.
And Hero looks up and notices that the people have yellow eyes and are staring really oddly and not moving, and goes, who cares? Let's get on the boat anyway.
Yep. I'm sure nothing could be wrong here.
I mean, at least not show him not noticing. But he literally stares at him and goes, "Oh,
that's weird." And he mentions them again later. So yeah, it's very much meant that he saw them.
Yes.
So then we go briefly back into the dorm room because Kyo's still like, he still hasn't come back yet. He's out past curfew.
Yeah.
What's going on? Espimon's sitting on his bed, eating these sour candies.
Whining that there's not enough food in Hero's room anymore, and trying to peel off of Kyosro now.
Yeah. So he eats some sour candies, and apparently there's just chocolate in Hero's room. He doesn't have sour stuff, I guess.
Oh, but head back to the boat, and gee, things aren't going well.
Yeah, Hero's still trying to connect and send messages, and then we hear on the front deck we see the fog rolling in, and we hear the two up on the deck, dorm mates, start yelling, and so Gamamon and Hero go running up to see what's going on.
Because obviously Hero should let them out of his sight when he knows there's something going on this boat.
Oh, come on, nothing bad ever happens to Kotaro. Well, not lately. Lately he's actually been pretty good, but
we'll fix that shortly.
Yes. And so they're being grabbed by the other people in there, and so is Hero, but Kamamon's able to knock
him off, and he loses his life vest or something that slip through.
Yep. But as the fog rolls in, he hears that same noise.
And he gets the ring around his head, so it's Hero's infected, oh well.
Yep, and the fisherman, same one that the captain heard earlier, but he just... And Gamamon also hears it. He does not seem happy with it. So Hero turns on the field, and that stops the effect of a Digimon from affecting him.
I'd say this has never happened before, but it has happened once before. Again, with no explanation why the poison fog.
Yeah, in the Mall Cop episode. That's not what it's called, but that's what I remember. That's what I
thought it was Mon, so.
Yeah, that when Tatismon showed up.
But there's an explanation one there either. More interestingly, in this case,
it's a bubble. The field doesn't go miles.
Yeah, it's maybe 5-foot radius.
Yeah, it's a meter diameter around him kind of thing. Yeah, it's radius. Yeah, it's just But
Hero and Gamamon, of course, say nothing about this.
No. But we see that the other two seem to be affected fully, and so he just runs, jumps over a railing, rolls onto the ground below, and we just got away.
We got away. All right.
So he got away, I guess. Because at that point, that's all you really know.
Yep, and we cut down to Kyosho, and we see the city, and the fog's rolling into the city.
Rolling in, and wherever the fog is, you see people walking.
Yes, coming
kind of zombie-like in it. And fog moves into another section. There's more people, more fog, and it starts to roll into the dorm building where Kyo is.
And he starts to hear commotion, starts to head out down the steps with Jellymon and SBmon, and they start to hear the chanting too, and they get the headache.
They turn on the field, and it's once again a bubble.
And Jellymon says, "Oh, my head feels better." But at least she says, "Why is it like this? Why is it so small?" Or something along those lines.
And Kyo offers.
So it's not just me. This is unusual.
Yes. And Kyo offers that whatever this strange force is containing it.
Must be pressing against it, subduing it, or something like that.
I mean, okay. You at least,
but we've never seen him actually study the field, so I'm not sure I believe anything he says about him.
Yeah, you've at least, mentioned that this is weird.
Yeah, at least you've established that this is not normal.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for at least doing that.
That's better than many times you've done it.
But eventually some of the zombies, for lack of a better term at this point, start coming up the steps towards them.
Yeah, and it's no more, it's people from the ship that he recognized, and Jellymon has to pull him back like something's not right. Something's not right. And say, you will understand, you will return, very...
I think the return is complete, regardless, yeah.
Yeah.
So they retreat up to the roof of the building.
Shut the door, and we see the fog starting to pour around the edges of the door, and the single door doesn't hold them back very long.
Yeah.
Like, they got through the door? Kyo, did you really expect that to hold them that long? And suddenly, swooping in, out of nowhere, is Bruli on Airdramon.
And upon entering this fog, they don't drop in pain like everybody else does when they immediately first.
They don't drop in pain. They're able to pick up Kyo, who is inside of the field in his own bubble, where there's no bubble around Airdramon. Huh? It's all very strange.
Yes. But they fly up above it, which makes sense.
Yeah. Because fogs naturally are low-lying. You can get up over it. If it's a normal fog, which obviously isn't, but... If it follows any of the real rules, that is how fog works.
At this point, Kyosho turns off his digital field, and we'll not see it again for the rest of the episode.
Right. And at least somebody on the team remembered that Airdramon comments that because this is an emergency, I will let you ride to Jellymon. But the last 2 times this has come up, he hasn't mentioned a thing about it. So I don't know if it's better that they remembered, or if it just makes the other times look worse.
Is it good because you remember now, or is it bad because it makes the times you forgot look even worse now?
Yeah.
Maybe we got a shot of a loudspeaker siren saying, some dark, kind of garbled voice saying, "Return to me." Mm-hmm. In the way this is with the speakers and in the fog and the demonic voice, I wonder if this is called a siren head. I wonder if someone on the team knows and likes what siren head is.
That's a Cthulhu, right? Oh no.
Actually, it's a Canadian author. Siren head.
Oh. Yes,
it was on the part of the internet one day. I'm sorry.
It definitely was, yes. And so the affected people seem to take no more interest in the other people. They stop seeming to chase Airdramon at all. Not that they really could, because he's up in the air now. Starts walking away.
But as they walk back through the streets, the fog disappears with them. I think people comment the fog's carrying them.
Yes.
Don't know if that's necessarily true, but...
But why are they going that way? The only thing that way is the ocean. And we see even Hiro heard the noise on the ship.
Yeah, now back to Hiro.
Hiding. And that's our commercial break, really. Okay, you've set up a spooky atmosphere again. That's pretty par for the course here in Ghost Game.
Yep, some episodes have been very good at that. Mm-hmm. But when we come back to Hiro this time, walking around the ship in the fog, we'll notice he does not have the digital field. Naturally, we won't see it again.
Yeah.
But he doesn't seem bothered at all.
No, there's no chanting, there's no...
So I guess the chanting is really the problem then?
Not the fog itself, yeah.
And don't know. Highly doubt we'll ever find out.
Right. And so he goes out into the hallway and sees one of them. Sees a pair of shoes on the floor. And then sees one of them and sees their bare feet. What is it with shoes and bare feet lately in this season? It seems to be a common thing.
And then we cut to the beach with the other ones that apparently gone off in Airdramon and really holds her arms out but not in front of anybody, expecting that to stop them somehow.
Because they found Nomura and them again and trying to talk to them and stop them. And they get close to the water's edge and suddenly his neck stretches to like 5 times its length and starts to grow some slits in the side.
Well, it grows some slits and then it decides to jet out for some bizarre reason.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it twists around at a weird 90-degree angle to look back over at Kyo. Then starts to turn green and go back into place like it didn't need the long neck.
There's no need for a long neck at all, yeah.
Why? I mean, it's creepy, so that's probably all
that's why,
it for.
But
yeah. There would be no reason this does this. And slowly you see between their fingers start to grow webs.
But their hands and feet remain this color,
fleshy.
Their face is green.
Yeah, well, the face.
I guess they ran out of green paint.
Yeah.
Okay, then we get a large, dark, shadowy figure coming up from the water.
And the Digimon gasp and stare at it. And gee, who knows who this is? Angoramon.
Or Jellymon occasionally. Usually Angoramon.
Yes. Well, this is an aquatic one. Jellymon should know. Kind of how the only time she's known.
But if you're a Digimon fan, you probably know who this is.
Yeah, and he's shown up Senso too, though? I don't know.
Maybe some games, but...
Oh, yeah, games, yeah.
But he's so important.
He's been a while.
But this is Dagomon.
And he is huge.
Yeah.
I mean...
Best known for being the ruler of the Dark Ocean.
Mm-hmm. When you see him, he's towering over everything.
Yeah, he's 20 stories, maybe.
Yeah. Plus whatever's under the ocean that you don't even see. And so the other two looking at it, they go, wait, what's that light? And we see some sparkles in there, and we didn't even get the Kano Weissmon evolution.
Yeah, and I had Warp Vision evolution, anything, no.
So he's just immediately Kano. It's like, wow, okay, this episode's kind of moving along.
Yeah.
Trying to keep things up.
Kind of see him flying towards them, and then we see him flying back towards the camera, going,
what was that?
Well, it happened again.
Yeah, I'm confused. And there's Trident, well, actually it's more Harpoon, comes shooting out of it, and we see a small scratch. Well, actually, deep scratch.
Pretty sizable scratch on his chest, yeah.
Go across his chest and glowing.
And he kind of falls into the water, but nobody really seems to care.
Yeah, no, we then look over at Hiro, who's facing down one of the fish people.
So Kano Weissmon was more concerned with attacking this thing than getting Hiro to safety.
Yep.
Interesting.
That's the Paladin Kano Weissmon for you, yep.
Did not expect that. But thankfully he has another partner, so it's all good.
Yeah. Well, we see the Dagomon look like he's pointing pretty much right at Hiro, saying, eliminate. And yes, that is when, out of nowhere, well, not out of nowhere, because they've been trying to get to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, we hear Espimon like, Hiro! And his bottle bracelet glows, doesn't grow, glows, and we get Hover Espimon.
And he hops on them, they fly away.
Swoops in, and yeah, they're fine. And the other two Ultimates, who also don't get evolution sequences, are running in. Well, Pedismon can just fly, and isn't carrying the Mortmon. There's just a lot of convenient boats.
These convenient boats where he kind of hovers and hops. I'm not 100% sure what he does. Because he kind of has wings.
Yeah. Just like, okay, well, we got to get them all there.
Yeah, he's ultimate. I'm not going to worry about this too much.
And they go running into attack, and Kano tries to tell them, wait, because he's floating there, not quite.
It's only been 60-some episodes, so we don't listen to our partner.
Nope.
Kano.
No, and so, yeah, we see her stretchy arm go in, and it's just kind of lost in there in the wavy, kind of insubstantial, what? And the Mormon's stuck, and they get Trident harpoons. I'm used to him with Trident armor. He's got Trident.
He'll Trident later.
Yes. The harpoons come out, and they get the scratches as well.
So they all kind of go down to the ground. And...
a bunch of Ultimates didn't do well, so they immediately... No.
Well, the Dagomon does something, and it kind of like pulls them into another dimension, which is not the Dark Ocean. In fact, this is bright. This is the happiest looking place we see all episode.
So, yeah. But, like, tentacles start growing out of their scratches and wrapping around them and restraining them. But then we go over to Hiro on Hover Espimon looking down at them, and they're just sitting there.
Even though we just saw them in this blue happy place a second ago.
So, yeah, I mean, they say it's them hallucinating.
So I guess they can see them outside this hallucination.
Yeah.
Either way.
But they're all like, no, we gotta get out, help, we can't stop it, we can't attack it, because it's apparently not really there, so... And as they're doing this, Dagomon says, you shall not have it.
What it is?
Have what?
We have no idea.
I have no idea.
No clue what he's
talking about. But you won't have it. Just like we won't have answers, you won't have it.
If it has answers, he's right.
Oh, okay.
Well, eventually, Espimon gets the idea, I just need to wake him up.
So, apparently he brought the bag of sour candies with him. And in Kano thrashing about and yelling, he dumps the whole bag right into his open mouth.
And that requires rolling up percentile dice.
Yeah, we roll a 1%, which I'm assuming the person writing this might think that this is 100%, but
this is the extreme end either way. So.
Yeah, but where do these dice?
What is it?
This is an episode with more questions than answers. I'm sorry. And we haven't even gotten to the big questions. It'll come
we
later.
might get answers to.
Yeah.
This is one we're not going to get an answer to. I don't know what. But apparently it's enough to get him to pucker up and sour up and restore his senses for a second.
And he unleashes...
Well, here's the thing is, we know Gabumon hates spicy food.
Yes.
Moaning Bug got him to snap out of it. Why wouldn't we use the spicy food? Why would we introduce the sour thing?
Yeah.
I mean, you did do it earlier, so it doesn't come out of absolutely nowhere. Good.
Yeah.
But he doesn't like spicy things. This would work so much better if it was a spicy food.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, it would have made more sense.
But anyway, it works. And as you were saying,
yeah, he unleashes this giant fireball.
It's Terra Force inspired, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, just.
I approve. I've never seen him do this again, but this is awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool looking. And he attacks the blue sky above and snaps the other two out of it.
Not sure what he attacks, but it worked.
So
good job, Kano Weisman.
Don't ask about it. And with that,
the Dragomon's gone. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just nothing really attacked him that much.
Yeah.
He's just gone, and everyone's a little confused by this.
But then there's some bubbling from the water, and Dragomon's back.
Yes.
But it's a different looking Dragomon. This is more the holographic ghost form.
Yeah,
instead of the
slightly more substantial
one. Now they say, oh, it's the real one.
Okay,
so
sure.
that one wasn't a real one?
Mm-hmm.
Then what's the harpoon stuff?
I don't know. And as he rises up and faces them, all the three ultimates turn to face him. And on his back, on Kano Weisman's back, we see a black spot.
Come and go, yeah.
Come and go. I mean, we've seen this black spot a couple of times now on Gamamon, but we've never seen it on his ultimate or any of his higher forms.
Just on the Paladin, Holy Paladin kind of form.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And then,
but that's it. I don't know.
Belmormon and Thesmon's time around now, and they go back.
Yeah.
But Kano Weisman is still there, even though he's been in ultimate form minutes longer.
It sure seems that way. I mean,
because I'm fighting him before they started.
Before they digivolve. So yeah, he
had to be at least a little bit longer. But he's still in there, and now they decide, okay, we should digivolve the Serious Mon. The others decided they shouldn't digivolve because we can't have all three megas.
Yeah, I still don't think we've had all three megas yet. Yeah.
So why was he able to hold it longer and still get to all and go to mega? Black Spot has something to do with it?
Maybe. Maybe him having Kano is fine. But yeah, he uses his photon blaster or whatever the heck it is, and pretty much one-shots him.
Yeah. Now it's a mega versus an ultimate, not in the Dark Ocean. Yeah, who's gonna win?
Yeah. And just
despite his trident,
just knocks him down. Yeah, he does have it now. Fat lot of good it did him. And he falls over back into the ocean. And once again, you get a moment of quiet.
Mm-hmm.
But it turns out he's not actually
not quite done yet. Yeah,
quite done yet. Suddenly, hundreds, thousands of tentacles just start rising
up and spreading out from where he was.
Just in a huge radius, like everywhere.
Given his lore, supposing most of his body has a lot of tentacles wrapped up into a humanoid shape. Okay, this does make sense to his lore. Mm-hmm. As it spreads out, Hero again has absolutely no idea what to do. Kind of freaks out, gets real close, and then a blue barrier,
just out of nowhere, pops up.
It appears, and it stops the tentacles. And look up's kind of triangle shape, not real important.
Yeah.
And a buoy pops up out of the water. It has a computer on it. Mm-hmm. That's not all we really get to see of it.
Yeah, and it starts to form around that, the more usual, like, hexagon-looking shape of a gate. It's a big freaking gate.
Yes, it is.
This is huge. And it starts to slowly pull him in.
Yep.
And as I always thought looking at it, phenomenal cosmic power. Living spaces. It squishes him down.
And it closes and
squishes him in. And he's gone. I think he's really gone this time. I think he's done now.
This is my final form.
Yeah.
I think so because when you look out on the ocean, we see, well, Cathalamon, oddly enough. with a familiar figure riding on his head.
Yes. And the funniest part is that he mentions, this one asked me for a ride.
Asking for the or something, yeah. Implying that Black Gatomon somehow communicated with Dilemon.
But still will not do that with our main characters.
I mean, it could have, been a written message or something, too.
Yeah.
But again, this our theory that he talks to Digimon, but your own rest of him doesn't think we're worth talking to.
You're not worth it, yeah.
He's like, no, you're not worth it. You haven't earned the right.
It might not actually be the truth, but I like it more.
It's my headcanon now, to be proven otherwise.
Yeah. And Cathylamon does actually also mention something that I didn't think of at the time.
No, I did not.
Is that Cathylamon and the Divermon are there to help. And they help get the humans out of the water as they were...
transforming back since Dragomon was sucked into the gate.
Oh, yeah. They probably didn't, teleport back. And so, yeah, that makes sense.
That does make sense. Sometimes they do just teleport for no particular reason.
Yeah. But, yeah, he needed to help them.
And up to this point, the Black Gatomon basically hands out a tablet and hands it to the hero. And it's like, oh, you need me to sign for this?
Mm-hmm.
Geez, he doesn't respond.
Yeah, and he does.
He looks at it for 3 seconds, probably long enough to find out where the line was.
Yeah.
Signs and hands it back to her.
Sign.
So I assume he just signed his soul over to Black Gatomon.
Yep. She can now take over the world.
Or has agreed to pay for all the damages that this might cause at this point.
Yeah. And we see another gate suddenly open up. So this one's much smaller. And then just in the air. It's not in the ocean directly. And, well... It was not what I expected to come out of that portal. Because we see Hokuto. We see Dad.
Hokuto, to use silent.
Hokuto?
Hokuto.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, to use silent.
Alright. And he's coming along with what looks like a Terriermon. Yep. Except it's a Terriermon in a lab coat, which means it's actually something different.
It means it's Terriermon assistant.
Yeah.
He's not coming with expert Hagumon, though.
No.
Or fake expert.
No. And he's like, aha, he's so happy. And in classic cartoon anime style, realizes he's not on the ground and falls pretty much right onto his face. It looks, he falls a good few feet onto his face. Yeah. That would hurt.
Yeah, it's not a pleasant arrival.
But of course, you know him.
Yeah, he's dead. He dies.
Yeah, he just dies in front of Hero. That would be the horror season.
That would be horror season, yeah.
Dad!
Oh my god, is the next one supposed to be that way?
And we don't get a whole lot from Dad here. Not that we ever do.
No, but Gamma recognizes him. Give me a hug. Oh, good to see you, Gamma. Espimon Yazlon, hero spitting image.
Oh, you must be Ruli. And
uses their family names.
Family name. Formal, but yeah, Ruli. Oh, you must be his friend.
Yeah, Kyo's last name, family name, yeah.
Yeah,
no idea.
I don't know.
And then Angormon starts to give us his little poem, and even apparently writers are sick of his poems.
Yeah, they had to cut him off, because that's not where we end this episode.
No, it's not.
So, goodbye, Formula. Well,
maybe, kind of.
Maybe.
Or is it just clicks and jumps to someone that's trying to get on there and go, oh, it's not working. And we cut back to the globe.
Oh.
And we see lights going off. Cities, countries, continents.
At least half the world.
At least the half they showed us.
Probably pretty much
all of it then.
A global blackout. Oh. Okay, wow. And as this is happening, we look around and, hey, we remember some of the Digimon from early episodes exist. You see
Ginkgomon who starts trembling and says, I don't know why I can't stop trembling.
Yeah, and there's Ginkumon and Kinkumon. I think that's their name. They're just standing there.
Yeah, they're just kind of looking solemn there.
Monmon's on a roof somewhere. There's Repamon
growling
trembling or growling. And we even look at our main...
Goremon is like, I don't know what happened, but the warm feeling that's always there is gone.
And tears are running down Jellymon's eyes.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I just feel so sad. And finally, we see Mummymon.
Dropped something he was working on.
He's staring out the window. And he says, the digital world disappeared.
That's where we are.
Okay!
Oh, alright.
So, is that why the bubbles happened? There wasn't as much digital world?
There wasn't additional digital world to steal from, so he could only get the bubble size?
Did we just send Degomon back to just die?
To nothingness? Did we send the Black Dargoshi?
I mean, the voices...
Did opening a gate that big do this to the digital world?
Were we telling, Digimon to get out. Did we really get all of the Digimon out? Did we just rack up the body count real good? Real good in this season?
It seems like who's been sending them probably has good intentions, trying to protect them from whatever it was, but we had no idea Digital World was in any danger to this point.
We've only seen flashbacks. We've still never been to the digital world in the season.
Yeah.
And well, if it's disappeared, I'm not sure we're going there.
We're not going there now.
Okay, well...
So is the lack of digital world affecting electricity and the internet in the real world? Is that why the internet, the communications and phones weren't working? Because the digital world was fading? Or was it anti-technology fog?
I assume it was the fog, but it could be more. They could actually do something.
Enough to think about.
Huh. I didn't know you had it in you, Ghost Game.
Of all the stuff you just dropped in the last 5 minutes, even you can't ignore all of this in your next episode, right?
Right.
Well, let's look at the preview. Let's see.
Yeah. The Black Zone of Death. Well, is that what the digital world's called now? Because it's gone?
Yeah. Well, we do look at what looks like possibly the Moon Millennium Mon Crystal.
Yeah, we see it lying on the floor. I think
or
it's
hovering in the air on moonlight. It's hard to tell exactly.
Yeah.
It's small, so it's kind of hard to tell that's even exactly what this is here, but I think it is.
Mm-hmm. We do see what looks like a room that has some power.
Yeah, we see like a hospital that has some power. But we also see the scenery of the city that's still blacked out, police traffic and direct traffic.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it looks like that'll carry over if nothing else.
Yeah.
We don't see any of Dad, though, in any of these.
Yeah.
Which is odd.
You would think he's...
I haven't seen Black Gatomon since getting the signature.
Yeah. Or even Terriermon, or...
Yeah, I don't see Terriermon assistant in the previous
Yeah, none of this. I mean, mostly see Kyo.
Yeah.
And it's all about...
Power at the cost of sacrificing your friends and your morals.
Yeah, would you even sacrifice your friends to do it? Yeah, Kyo's totally dark skinned, like, I don't know, quite red eyes, but he looks...
Gray-skinned, yeah.
Yeah, he looks very,
This looks normal.
Yeah, this is fine. So, very interesting. You could do lots of things with this.
Yeah, a lot of questions. Some I'm confident we'll never get answers to, because I think the Dagomon thing is just done and over with.
Yeah, what were the percentile dice? What was what was all this stuff? I don't know. The stuff in the last 3 minutes there, I hope we can get at least some of those answers. Because, well, you're running out of time to be interesting, Ghost Game.
Yes.
Only got a handful of episodes left, hopefully. So, well, I mean, if you get interesting, we'll take it back.
If it becomes good, I'll happily watch them. But
yeah. All right. Well, hopefully you'll be here with us for the ride, and it'll get good, and we'll be able to, say some nice things about it at the end, where we were.
At least say your last 3 or 4 episodes is really good. Like even Boy Hunters at least had that.
Yeah. At least had that. But thank you all for watching. I'm sure we rambled long enough.
Oh yeah.
This has been confusing and possibly interesting episode. Remember to like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more Digimon content from us. And as always, everyone, be awesome. Next one, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.